will be my honor to show you the ready charges for the Wormhunt. The choice is yours. This is a high honor, Arisen. See you do not take it lightly. Here are the details. Wondrous tidings, Arisen. The Duke is to grant you an audience. His Grace wishes to commend you for your valor and your service to the land. Know, however, that any errand you have taken on will be left to another to complete. You will also be asked to return your writ of permission to join the hunt. If you have aught left undone, pray tend to it afore you come to see the Duke, sir. I must be clear. Your audience with His Grace will put an end to any current tasks, and you will be asked to return your license to the Wormhunt. Knowing that, are you prepared to see His Grace now? You are quite certain? No tasks left incomplete? No need for the license to the hunt? Understood. Then pray, enter the castle, sir. A guide awaits within to see you to His Grace.
Tonight the fisher knight leaves the humble shores of home for the heady depths of court. Pray, let this token from humble Festi garner favour with the leviathans within. Oh, tut, no time for thanks, friend. The Duke awaits. Sail on, dear knight, sail on.
Look at the brave knight.
I fear your crown outshines my own. By my command, every road in Grancis shall be open to you henceforth as a member of the Wormhunt. May your efforts help deliver us from the shadow of the dragon. As long as that damnable beast draws breath, I'll fain accept any help on offer. All right.
Arisen. Hail, sir. It seems you truly stand apart from the rest of us. Some sneered when I presented the Hydra's head. Said it was your feat alone that won it. In truth, I cannot deny it. I had no hand in it. 'Tis plain fact. But what of the enlistment corps, then? What meaning does our fealty hold? I have no answer to give my men. To give myself.
The sovereign of this land ill comprehends the urgency of the danger it faces. This eve's empty pomp is ample proof. All gaiety, without a hint of real concern. I'll allow, 'tis well understandable. A people numbed by 2 generations of peace cannot be expected to know true resolve. 'Tis a lesson taught by fire and sacrifice. Pray let His Grace learn before the fire takes all. But I ought not speak in such bold terms before His Grace.
Ah, the glorious return of the inimitable, the indomitable, the unforgettable! Scratch that last one. Who were you again?
All through my reign, I foresaw the coming of this danger, and so I gathered men into armies, stones into strongholds. I readied for war, and then you, Arisen. You came to us, and the dragon with you. Pray, think on the meaning of that, and of your duty.
My. Apologies, dear warrior. But to see a face austere as the castle walls adorned with this... Still, 'tis more agreeable than the endlessly dour air of most of my husband's sawn swords. Valor dwells in the heart, after all. The brave ought not need their raiment to speak for them at all, no? Hail, dear warrior of the lovely helm. I fear I am remiss in asking your name, sir. Arisen? You must forgive me. I fear I am grossly ignorant in matters of war. I had thought all who fought shared the title warrior.
By decree of the Duke, you are to be allowed free passage into the castle. This right extends only to your person, and you are advised to comport yourself fittingly. A grievous breach in conduct will see you removed from the castle, or worse. You will take your orders from the Duke's Chamberlain, Aldous. Speak to him for further instruction. May the Maker see you on to further glory, sir.
How fared your audience with His Grace, Arisen? Aldous Ludric Sorn at your service, sir. I serve as a Chamberlain in the Duke's court. As you may have seen for yourself, it seems His Grace is unwell. In truth, there is worry enough to make any man's head ache. But I fear he ails of worse than worry. Perhaps I ought not speak further on the matter, for my own well-being. I am charged with assigning royal orders, tasks of great import issued by the Duke himself. Pray forgive the bother, but I ask that you come to see me here in the castle whenever circumstances allow you to take on assignment. The future of this war is murky, sir. May your efforts help to bring its end into sight.
It pains me to burden you, busy as you are with the royal orders, but there is aught I would speak of. It is a cause of worry, though I speak only for myself and not as Chamberlain. Might I beg upon it? Skeletons have been sighted near the capital these past few days. Elsewhere, I've had no end of reports of secret meetings among the zealots of salvation. I cannot help but see the two as intertwined, though I have no evidence to prove it. Still, I'll be damned if I allow their kind to go corrupting the minds of good people for want of evidence. Arisen, I ask this as a favor. Will you look into these events and hunt out any thread that connects them? I believe I've learned where the cult meets. I've made note of it on your map. I ask you begin your search there. Go, and learn what you can.
Here now. A warrior such as yourself seeks always finer weapons, yeah? If you aid me in a small matter, you shall have access to weapons both fearsome and powerful. What do you say? Excellent. So, have you heard tell of the master weaponsmith in these parts? His talent is without measure, but he's stubborn as a plough beast and sells only to a chosen circle of clients. To such patrons, he gifts an idol to make his favour known. I must gain such an icon and access to his wares no matter what the cost. It's often been said you possess a talent for discovery. Secure me a figurine, and I shall provide weapons the likes of which you have never dreamed. What say you? Will you help?
'Tis but a matter of time ere I've... Though 'twould put a swift, sweet end to the matter if you purchased it, Arisen. Ah, Arisen, I knew you of all people would understand my plight. Now my obligations are fulfilled, and the tenants need not quit the land. I pray this is but the beginning of a long and prosperous partnership between you and I.
Fornival was the very picture of a tyrant, but you, sir, you are a hero true. I've little to offer, but I beg you accept this in tribute to your greatness.
I hear you saved our home. I was wrong about you, Arisen. I have little to offer, but please, take this in thanks.
Make-up bless you, Arisen. You have saved our home. In truth, I thought such heroes existed only in cradle tales. I beg of you, take this. It is all I have to show my favor for your efforts.
Arisen. Sir, I am in dire straits. It's a matter concerning my daughter. I thank you, sir. I'd not know what to do without your help. I leave shortly for a meeting of merchants fit to take a full day. I cannot but attend. Of all the luck, it falls upon the day I promised my Simone I'd take her through the city. I would ask that you escort her in my stead, sir. You can see her there. I'll not lie to you. She is a spitfire, like to rival the worm. But I will reward you handsomely. You will do it, won't you? I fear I must leave presently. Pray, ask her directly if you have any further questions. My thanks, sir.
I fear a day spent with her will prove long indeed.
Simone. 'Tis my name, Simone. I've never seen an Arisen before. You've a plainer look than I'd expected. I will admit, it does not sadden me to know I'll not be walking the city with my father. He is a fool, and terribly common. You, at least, are a rarer sort. Very well, I've decided it. You shall be my page for the day. You will do as you're bidden. Am I understood? A fine response. We'll get on well, you and I. We shall begin at the Fountain Square. Come, why do you suppose the dragon attacks mankind? Are we a particular delicacy? And pray, what was it eating until now? The Duke and his men are all doing their best, I've no doubt. But oft a man's best is far from enough. The Arisen for a servant. Yes, I think I like this. Tell me, Paige, do you find it diverting to travel about slaying monsters each day? I should think anyone with dreams of felling the dragon well deluded indeed. 'Tis mad, really, for a human to slay the worm. Still, Grand Soren will be safe enough, will it not? You'd hope so, with all the guards about. Just walking about is dreadful dull, don't you think? Ah, you are a fair-hand at hunting, are you not? Let's have a game of hide and seek. I shall be the one to hide, naturally. Come and find me, if you're able. I should think it a simple task for the Arisen. I suppose we'll know anon. My, sir, I am impressed. I had feared you would give it up for a child's game, but it seems you're not encumbered by pride.
Patrons oft post work notices in the ale house.
To drink here.
Enough! I tire of this place. Next to the markets. Come along. Oh, I can go no further. I am half dead of thirst. Pray, go and fetch me some water. In a proper flagon, naturally. Am I understood? Ah, thank you. 'Tis a shame to waste you as food for the dragon, sir. You make a fine page. I should think you're fleet of foot to keep pace with the creatures you fight. What say you to a contest? I'll race you to... There! See that gate? And pray, run in earnest, sir. I will not be patronized. Simpler than I thought. For a hero, you're nearly as slow as father. I grow tired. I've had enough walking about for one day. Father should be coming home ere long. Let us return as well. You will escort me home, naturally.
My thanks, sir, and well done. I knew you were the one to ask. My daughter sang your praises. It seems the Arisen commands the hearts of more than just pawns. I shall come to you directly the next time I've a need.
I thank you for today. It was quite the diversion. Are you very close with my father? I should hope to see you again soon, sir. I shall allow you to accompany me any time you wish. For now, take this. 'Tis a token of my esteem. Pleased?
day we've had. Still, she seemed pleased, and I'm not sad to see a day without blood spilled.
An idol. By the Maker. Give it here. Beautiful. The quality of craft is plain to see. I shall make for the weaponsmith with all speed. Your efforts will not go unrewarded, Arisen. When next we speak, you shall find my selection quite more to your liking.
This icon is bestowed upon only the most valued of customers, yes? In truth, I thought to find it different somehow. Well enough, it's known. The weaponsmith will see me now, and no delay. What a coup for my humble shop!
Hang her! Hang the witch! She conjures a dragon! Damnable Hexa! Burn her! Burn her! She's in with the dragon! By the Maker! The rock! It moves! Monster! This is her devilry!
Must help her.
So, you are arisen. This may come as a small surprise, but I know well the path you walk. For you see, I myself was once arisen. The soul of an arisen cannot but affect their follower. Given time, the pawn will assume the arisen's very form. This is the bestowal of spirit, or so I named it. I did not grasp the full meaning of this transfer when first I noticed it. But see well Celine. See how she resembles me? I pray she can soon live her life as a human true. Age and experience separate us, Arisen, but I know you ken my words. Celine is more than poor now. She yearns to choose the course of her life, free from the will of others. If you can aid in this, there may yet be a future for her.
A grave? I've learned of this area. I'll take that.
I am sorry, Arisen. You share in my troubles through no fault of your own. Some part of me has long known I was, in truth, a pawn. I do not age or die as others, and always I found making my own decisions difficult. Gran gifted me a portion of her very soul. It was a kindness I can never repay. At first, I knew not how to use this gift, but now I have met you. My pawn print.
Yes, I see it now. In truth, I had long thought as much. The ways of pawns and humans are so very close.
Can I truly live? Can I be human?
You can, Celine. The bestowal of spirit granted you by heart. As you learned of the world, you filled this heart with feelings of your own. Pawns are but shadows of life, doomed to forever echo out across the rift. But soon you will be freed of this unending cycle. Then will your horns belong to you alone. Then will you speak with your own voice.
My own voice. I would be with you.
That slate you carry looks like aught of value, or scholarly interest at the least. If you want those strange writings read, you best seek a man of letters. A priest, perhaps. Helping the masses is their calling, after all. You'll likely get your information, and free of cost at that. It would be my pleasure to help you myself, though I fear my rates are a bit higher.
I hope to see you this day, cousin. I have aught I would tell you. I have chosen to forego the fishing life, so I might travel the land and study its wonders. As such, I had hoped you might assist in preparations for my journey. How does this offer find you? I truly will always be in your debt, cousin. For all else, I must provision myself for the trek. I need goods that restore end. Might you find... I know that healing... Perfect. These should keep... Now, but some source of light.
I've learned what to do in this quest.
How could I forget? Many thanks. I needn't fear any darkness with this at my side. I'd best bring us... this should be food enough. My thanks, cousin. That should take care of the essentials. But might I beg one final request? A good luck charm to guide me on the roads. I can't always depend on you, after all.
I've learned what to do in this quest.
Ill fortune will doubtless visit my journey at some point. A good luck charm would steady my resolve. Aha, yes! It's perfect! This should be all. I believe I finally have everything I need to set off.
We'll make quick work of it.
This is more baggage than I imagined. I had planned to pack sparingly, but see now that proper caution cannot be taken lightly. Beg forgive me, cuz, but one more favor. Could I trouble you to take my things to the shore? Fantastic. That is well, truly everything. I have stolen too much of your time, and yet can only give thanks in return. Please, cuz, join me in a drink as thanks for your kindness. You must think me mad to set off in the name of research, what with the dragon so near at hand. What's a fisherman gain from the study of plant and beast in the first place, huh? In truth, I have no proper answer. I simply find such things enjoyable. I don't want to merely dream of the outside world. I must see it with my own eyes, uncover its mysteries. The journey will not be easy, I'm sure. It would be a lie to say I do not fear the dangers ahead. But if not now, when? We are alike, you and I. Two simple folk, thrust into a grand adventure far beyond themselves. I'll not slay a dragon, of course, but with the Maker's grace, I might yet aid folk in my own way. Dawn is breaking. I'd best be off. When we return from our quests, I would be honored to share a cup with you again.
No! The trail can't grow cold now. Oh, Father. What in the Maker's name is the Arisen. No. Who am I to question Fortune's gift? Please help me find my father. He's a gardener in his Grace Duke Edmund's castle. I awoke one morning to find him vanished without a word. It's not like him at all. I've searched for near on a week now, but found nothing. I beg your aid, Sir Arisen. I've truly nowhere else to turn. Take this. My father will know it on first glance. Maker, speed your steps.
I heard tell a castle worker was in league with bandits, but the guard caught wind of the scheme, and he confessed to all not long after. Seems traitors lurk behind every shrub and hedge of late.
You seek a wayward gardener? I fear I'll be little help for your cause. Yet hold a moment. We had cause to interrogate a castle laborer some days past. Our spies learned of a plot wherein secrets of state were leaking to a gang of bandits. I believe the workman suspected of this sedition is in our custody still. I fear that's as much as I know, sir. That I could aid you further.
My permit, there, my son, is safe. Maker be praised that such a fate could befall me. I never so much as considered it. 'Twas ill luck alone put me in this spot. I but overheard a conversation. I was attending to my duties as a royal aide, and a nobleman spoke nearby, yes? But I knew them not, and gave their fervent whispers little attention. Yet without warning, I found myself summoned by a guardsman. He accused me of spying on the pair, and banished me to the dungeon forthwith. I've lived the memory many times over in this place. Most like I could recall parts of the conversation if pressed, but that means naught now. I seek only to save my life, or failing that, keep harm from my son. Time is short. The guard will return ere long and begin their interrogation. Most like they'll employ torture, which leaves my chances of survival pitifully low. I implore you, Arisen, lead me from this terrible place. You are my final hope. Save me, sir. I beg of you. We've escaped the castle. Let's do the southern gate. Our pursuers dare not follow into the city proper. We've not long now arisen.
Masterfully done!
Father!
Tomlin! My son! My son!
I heard tell the Arisen made for the capital, and prayed to find you here. I can't even imagine what they must have done to you. It's all over now. I owe you so much, Arisen. Thank you.
Mere thanks seem nothing weighed against your actions, Arisen. Without your aid, I would not stand afore you, nor see my son again. This whole ordeal has a foul air about it. I fear the whispers I overheard are joined to sinister workings in the duchy. Perhaps we shall learn what the talk concerned ere long. I only pray it causes us no further trouble. I've naught with which to repay your kindness, but if ever you find yourself in need, only say the word, and I'll be at your side. Maker guide you until then, Arisen.
I owe you so much, Arisen. Thank you.
Text upon a tablet, and found amid the dangers of the wood, no less. Your bravery is a wonder, sir. I dearly wish I could tell you its meaning, but I fear I am yet early in my studies as a priest. Sad to say, all I can tell you for certain is that the text resembles worm-speak. Have you perchance been north, past the capital, to the place they call Hillfigure Knoll? I have heard rumor.
Any time.
Is there naught to you? For I have seen it, the sign of those bound to them. That tablet, then it has presented itself to you as well, Arisen of the present day. I held it once myself, though it knew a different form then. 'Tis the Arisen's bond, an oath given form. It has shown itself to each Arisen in turn since time immemorial, ever changing its guise. Perhaps it is a test of sorts, though it appears a humble tablet now. It will take on the form best suited to you. when the time is come. Then the Arisen's bond has chosen its form. For you, it is become a ring. Take it. 'Tis the symbol of an oath that will bind you to what you hold most dear. That it chose a ring for its shape stands proof that other people are what you hold most dear. Make no mistake. The one you vouchsafe this ring to will be bound to you most powerfully. Whether that bond will be your shield or your undoing depends upon you. Therein lies the nature of the test.
I'll heal your wounds.
I'm to gather flowers. They say I've talent as a healer. That if I labor hard enough, They say I'll learn to grant blessings upon others through flowers. I fear I am a poor judge of such things. Still, what say you, cousin? 'Tis said a blessing of flowers leaves the recipient awash with joyous feeling. Any luck? Though in truth, 'tis the Mother Superior here I must convince of my abilities. And the priests, I must show them I've an aptitude as a healer. But as I said before, I've little notion what to expect. Could I ask you to give a flower to someone and tell me of their response?
Some member of the faith might best judge Kina's ability. A priest, perhaps.
Is this one of Kina's flowers? No, surely not. 'Tis enough to make me doubt my senses. Pray, have the priest in Grand Soren or Cassidus take a look. In truth, she may yet pass the great cathedral's gates earlier than not.
She trains in the blessing of flowers, does she? And she bears the gifts of a healer. How wonderful. I should like to see her handiwork. One look at such a flower is enough to glean the power of they who blessed it. This is Kina's, then? How marvelous. It would seem she is gifted indeed. Perhaps it will not be so long before the Mother Superior writes the mainland on Kina's behalf. To think on it gives me joy. It was the Maker's hand guided her here to our church. I know it.
'Tis the fruit of Kina's diligence. Come, she'll be eager to hear the news.
You delivered the flower. And what did the father say? Then they acknowledged my skill as a healer. I knew I was right to have come here. If I continue at this pace, I am sure to earn transfer to the Great Cathedral. I swear I will. Then I shall learn more of the dragon to aid in your journey.
What do you make of this new plan the High Conclave's crafted? I know the aim's to sow chaos, but still, I can't but think it's excessive. Talk is, those walking bones have slain 3 of our own. And we're to let such creatures roam the roads?
Aye, if we're so ordered. The rest of the Conclave's design relies on those skeletons to draw off the Duke's attention. I'll grant you their bloodthirst is greater than I'd thought. 'Tis time to send word to the others. Come, no more doubts, brother. You're to begin work under the Conclave soon, no?
Aye, I'm bound for there now. 'Tis my first time. I was surprised at the summons, truth be told. I've not been with Salvation long. I suppose they trust me. I'll not miss the hellish life of a messenger, I'll tell you that. For months I've placed the key here as told, and only now do I stop to wonder if it is safe. I suppose it isn't the sort of place a fellow would stumble upon without being told. Either way, 'tis little concern of mine, now I'm bound for the Conclave Hall.
Pawns who have expended the
He's
last
hidden
of
the
their
key.
health must be hired anew.
I'll seal its magic!
They'll be mine. I am looking death. I am he who slips the earth. I am he who sets the world. I am he who salts the wound. Your end shall not be. A walking dead there! An undead blaze the skin. Let us see if you can stand for truth. Your cowardice shall Let's go! Take care to stay clear.
Turns the wheel attack. I am she.
None may touch the arisen. Counter after they strike. They're left exposed after a grand strike. Into fire!
Have to appear anyway.
Keep well clear of those fangs.
Harpy! Beware when the creature dies!
I am he who walks the broken. I bear no grudge against you. They attack in quick succession. I am just the same. Help me! Stop!
Beware the haunting storm!
I'll provoke it!
I am the void of switches. I am wonder and despair.
I see you now, for a true arisen.
I've learned what to do in this quest. I've gained quest knowledge.
They rampage indiscriminately.
well some tree.
Welcome, Arisen. 'Tis an honor to have you come so far to meet us. You here seeking the source of the skeletons? Or have you just come to rid us of a few traitors? My thanks, by the by. I see no call for secrets. It was salvation loosed those bone warriors upon the land. They are an experiment, a vanguard. All in preparation for the day of reckoning to come. You shall have an honored place among them, Arisen. Aye, your bones shall lead the march as the Red Dawn breaks. All things to our
I've learned what to do in this place.
We must stay calm.
The catacombs are cleansed of rats, thanks to your efforts, Arisen. The roads, too, are all but free from the skeleton warriors. Grancis is safe for the moment. Documents they left behind shed some light on Salvation's actions as of late. It seems the skeletons were an attempt to bolster their numbers, a thought I do not relish. What's more, it was their own members' bones they put to use. Newly joined believers made living sacrifices. They were turned from flesh to living bone by some dark art, all as a part of some experiment. The writings claim that bone warriors wrought from living men are stronger than those come from corpses. Even for a cult of madmen to visit such atrocities upon their own. It is a horror, and one now hopefully at an end. Again, you have my thanks, Arisen. Pray, accept this small token for your efforts.